Hello all, here is a quick tutorial of how to install Postomo Ki Pathshala app and how to use the other modules we have in it. So let's get started. So if you have to install Postomo Ki Pathshala app, you can install it from Play Store as well as App Store. Depends on the phone you are using. If you are an iPhone user, please install it from App Store. If you are an Android user, please install it from Play Store. So I'm using Android phone, so I'll just go to Play Store and search for Postomo Ki Pathshala. So this is how it looks like. This is the logo of the app, this app icon. So you can install it. I already have this app installed, so I'll just click on open. So you get this screen where you have to enter the username and the password that is given to you by your institution. So now I will enter the username and the password that is given to me by my institution and click on sign in. When you click on sign in, you get the screen where it says login with your Open Learning ID to access Open Learning courses. You please click on proceed to login. Here in the screen, if you have an account already created, please do not create an account. If you do not have an account created, click on create account and create one account. You please keep the email ID that you use regularly, that is in use, that is already in use, and set the password of your choice and click on create account. So now that the account is created, you get the screen where you have to enter the same email ID that you use to create the account and give the password that you set and click on sign in. If in case the account is already created and if you have forgotten the password, you always have an option to click on forgot password. When you click on forgot password, it will ask you to enter the email ID that you have given and you will be getting an email where you have to follow the steps to change the password. And the password can be set this way. Also, now that you already have an account created, click on sign in. You will be entering the dashboard where it says welcome back with your name and everything. So here we have these features. So let us start with the MOOC courses. Here you will be able to see the set of courses that is uploaded by the faculty and you have the option to search by the keyword. So now I want to search for linear programming, so I'll be using the keyword linear and I'll be able to see the set of courses that is related to this linear programming. It could be linear programming or maybe something else. Since I have given the keyword linear, I'll be able to see all the relevant courses. So select the right one and the recorded screen will open. It could be the YouTube screen, so you please click on it, play. You have the option to make it faster also. You can just play it and watch the video. If in case you have any doubts or something, you can send the message. There is a chat option here. You can send the message and the faculties will receive the message and they can reply you also. So this is the option we have in the MOOC courses. And then we have the stake exam, that is there's a vernacular exam. Here you have an option to attend the MCQ question as well as descriptive question. So select the assessment that is uploaded by your faculty and click on go to question. So here if your faculty has uploaded the multiple choice question, you will be able to see it in the multiple choice section, and if it is descriptive, you will be able to see it in the descriptive. If your faculty has added both multiple choice question as well as descriptive question, you will be able to see both with the instruction given by your faculty. So if it is a multiple choice question, you will be able to, when you click on it, you will be able to see the set of questions that is uploaded by your faculty and click on the question and you will be able to see the options that is uploaded. Choose the right one and once uploaded, click on save and continue. So the status will change from not submitted to submitted. So likewise, you can attempt the descriptive section also. In the descriptive section, select the question that you want to answer and click on this type answer. We have this option to just type the answer and then click on upload answer. You will be able to, if you want to see the answer that you have uploaded, you can click on view answer and you will be able to see it. So if you feel that the answer that you have uploaded is wrong, no, you want to re-upload it or delete that entire thing, you can click on this delete option. You have this delete option, the answer will get deleted. If you feel that you want to edit something in the answer that you have already uploaded, you have this option where uh, you can write it and then upload it. So when you go to view answer image, you will be able to see the answer that you have edited. And then we have this take photo option, where you have this option to take it, yes, take the photo, and then you can upload it. Once uploaded, you will get the alert message saying upload success. And then you can always go to view answered image and check for the answer that you have uploaded. If you feel that what you have uploaded is right and it is all okay, then it is okay. If you feel that what you have uploaded is wrong, you can click on the image, and you have the option to delete the image as well. So if you click on it, the image will get deleted. And also we have the option to upload it from the gallery. There is a direct access to your gallery, so you can just select one thing, and then you have the option to rotate it also. You can rotate it, and then you have the option to crop also. Once done, you can just click on this and then click on upload image, and the image will get uploaded, as well as you will get the upload success alert message. So if you want to see what you have uploaded, you can always go to view answer image and check what you have uploaded. And then coming to that of the institutional courses that we have, if your faculty has uploaded some material like say PPT, PDF and everything, you can always go to this institutional courses, select the courses, and then you will be able to see maybe the pre-recorded classes, or maybe the materials, notes or something that is uploaded by your faculty. It could be in the form of PPT, PDF, anything. So now I see my faculty has uploaded a video, so that is what I'm just going to view. And yes, I can start viewing the course also. So this is how my course looks like, and I can view it. The pre-recorded classes can be seen here. And then the next thing we have is the fee payment. And if the student has to pay the fee, they can always go to this fee payment option, fees payment, and then click on this. It will redirect you to the student login page to the campus technology. You can here in this page, you have to enter the ID and the password that is given to you by your institution. So once you click on sign in, it will be able to see the fee payment option, and wherein you can upload pay your fee. And then we have as a assignment. You will be able to see the assignment that is uploaded by your faculty if in case it is enabled. So I have this assignment. Now I'll just click. So this is the file that my faculty is uploaded. I'll just click on it. So it will ask you to download. Okay, I'll just click on download, and let me see. Yes, it is downloaded. So yes, I have this question. This is a question that is uploaded by my faculty. So yes, I'll be able to see it. And if I have to upload, like if I have to start uploading the images or something, I have the take photo option, where I can upload the image. I'll just upload one image. Please wait, it is saying okay. Click on it. Image uploaded successfully. Okay, so yes, you can upload it like this also. And if you want to have this, you can upload as many images as you want. The instruction is very clearly given. The assignment must have at least 10 to 15 pictures. This must be submitted on due date. Okay, it is very clearly the instruction also is given to the students. And then we have is the campus chats, where you can search for all the students, and you can start chatting with a student. Here I already had some conversation with two people. So if you have some recent chats, it is going to show up here. You can just click, and then you can view the profile of the student. And then if you want to send the message, you can just click on send message, where you can send the messages. And then if you want to snap something and post it also, you have this option, you can just snap it and post it. So I'll just snap it, and then okay, please wait. Okay, I'll just click on okay. So yes, I have shared this image, and then you have this direct access to your gallery. Posted from the image gallery, your gallery will open. You can select it from the gallery and then upload. That option also you have. And yes, all the recent chats will be seen over here. And then we have is the live class. You can select the course. You even have this option to search the courses also. You select the courses that is enabled, the live class that is enabled, you will be able to see it. Select the live class that you want to attend. If in case you're using it for the first time, it will ask, when you click on the class, it will ask you to download Jitsi. You just click on the download thing that you have. Probably it will show up in the blue button. Just click on it. It will redirect you to download the Jitsi. And once you download it, you can click on the class and it will just open. Just a screen will open. So this is how it looks like. Your attendance will be pre-recorded if you open through Campus Technology. That is why your faculties will ask you to open through the Sposto app itself. So yes, and if your faculty is asking you to turn on the video, so I would want you to click on this button which I am clicking now. So your video will be enabled, and if you don't want your video to be enabled, just click on that, it will be disabled. And if your faculty is asking you to keep on mute if the faculty is asking you to mute your microphones, you please click on this. And yes, these are the options that you have. So this is how the live class looks like. So the major advantages, the attendance is recorded. And then comes as a document upload. Your faculty is asking you to upload some document, and they will be uploading it from their end. What kind of document they are expecting from you, you'll be able to see all the documents that they are asking you to submit. So in that case, you can select the one that is like showing up, and you have the option to snap and post. Again, you can snap and post it. You have this option to snap and post. So this is the one thing that you have. Or else you even have the direct access to your gallery also, image gallery also. You can go to your image gallery. This is how my whatever I have uploaded looks like. You can go to this image gallery, select the item that you want to upload, and then upload it. And yes, these are the things that we have. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you.